Okay, good morning, students. Can you all hear me?
Yes, madam. We can hear.
I hope you all can see my screen as well, right?
Yes, madam.
Okay.
Yes.
Then let's start the lab sheet in the IWT module. So I am Madhuni, one of the instructor allocated for your IWT practicals. So here we are going to start the lab sheet 1. In this lab sheet 1, what we need to do is, here we are going to design the main UI of a web page. So what is the UI means? UI. What is the meaning of the UI? Anyone know the answer? UI?
User interface.
Yes, user interface. In here, we are going to design the main user interface of a web page. Okay. And here, these are the objectives. So after this lab session, we are going to identify main sections of a web page and design a wireframe of the page. Then the understand and design the navigation, as well as the design a common template to the pages of a website. So these are things we are going to do. So for the lab session, we need these basic things. You need this one, okay? And here, the web development process. So this is the web development process, decide purpose. Then we are doing the planning. We are going to the planning stage, then designing the web page and gather the content and build the web page. So after building part, we are doing the testing and here uploading to the server and do the marketing. So this is the normal web development process. So you need to remember this one, web development process. Okay. And in the web development process, here we have the planning stage. So in the planning stage, UX design process. We have the UX design process. That means user experience design process. Okay. So in here, repeatedly, we are doing this user experience design process in different levels. So we are doing this repeatedly, the user experience design process. So the user experience design process is an iterative method which helps you to continuously improve and polish your designs. In this process, you go through different stages repeatedly while evaluating your designs on each stage. Okay, so this is UX design process. So in this one, this user experience design process, that means UX design process in the planning stage. Okay. So the step 1, identify personas. We are going to identify the personas. So what is this personas? I think you have that one in the lectures. I think you have learned about the personas. So what is the personas? Personas. Persona is based on real user like us. So they help you to understand. Here you have the description. They help you to understand who will actually be using your website, service, or product, and therefore can be used to make key design and functionality decisions during the UX process. So this one also the thing in a design process, the user experience design process. That means this identifying the personas is in the planning stage. We identify the personas who are using this website, likewise who are getting the benefits from this website. So we identify in the personas. Okay. So here persona specification is a foundational UX activity which helps you to create user journeys. You will learn about the user journeys also later. Okay. So this is the personas. Personas is like, ma'am, do we need to submit this lab sheet? Yes, I think you have the link in the course web. You need to upload your answers for this lab sheet there. Okay. Who asked about that? Okay. So that is identify personas. Give me a second, students. So in the IWT page, you can see this link, lab sheet 1. Okay. So you can go through with the recording as well here in the lab sheet 1. So lab 1 recording. Okay. So you need to upload your answer for this link. So if you go to the link, you can upload your answer in here. Okay. You need to submit. Okay. Let's move to the lab sheet. So here the step 1 is identifying personas. So a persona can contain a variety of information which can help to define the user. So the information will be like this: demographic data like name, the age of the person. Okay. And the goals and motivation for using the product or the service, and technical ability and device usage, and the other things, other brands or website they may like. Okay, so these are the information in a persona. Okay, you need to include these things. You need to include the demographic data like name, age. So, and you need to include the motivation, goals, as well as technical ability. Okay. So here you can see some examples. So you can go through with this. Here you can see here the demographic data, the age, work, family, those kind of things. The demographic data. And here we have the motivations, goals. Okay. And here the other brands. Likewise, you can give in a persona. Here, you have an exercise, identify and write 3 personas for an online bookstore. You need to write 3 personas. Okay, I will give you some time. So write 1 persona. Write 1 persona. I will give you an example also. So let's say here I'm going to write a persona for the online bookstore. Online bookstore. It's a bookshop. And here the persona name is user account details. So here I'm giving an example, okay? And for the demographic data, I'm giving the name, let's say Bella. And the age, let's say 25. And let's give a motivation. So here I'm giving the motivation as manage time for better work. So here the motivation means need of the user. So what is the need of the user? We are giving the motivation. So here the Bella's motivation, manage time for better work. Then goals. We can give goals. So for the goals, I'm giving download favorite books. So this is the goal of the Bella. So that means tasks you can perform through the website, the goal, fulfilling the motivation. So the motivation is need of the user. That means Bella's need, the motivation, manage time for better work. And the download favorite books is the goal. So tasks you can perform through the website, the goals. That means fulfilling the motivation. So let's give the technical ability as well. So for the technical ability, the professional at work with technology. You can give whatever you want. Here I'm giving a sample with technology. Okay, so here, this is a sample persona. So here we have demographic data like name, age, then we have motivation and the goal. So the motivation is need of the user. The goal is the download favorite books. That means tasks you can perform through the website, fulfilling the motivation. And here we have the technical ability. So this is an example for a persona. Okay. So I will give you another example. Okay. And here the name, let's say Sam. And the age, let's say 21. And here the motivation, wants to learn HTML. Wants to learn HTML. So this is the motivation for the Sam. Then for the goal, to read a book based on HTML. So this is the goal. Through this one, fulfilling the motivation. Once we read a book based on the HTML, then the Sam can learn HTML. Then the technical ability. So the technical ability, general knowledge about IT. If the Sam has the general knowledge about IT, he can learn HTML. Okay. This is two examples for the personas. This one for the online bookshop and this one another example. Okay. So likewise, write a persona and send me the answer to the chat. For the online bookshop, here, identify and write 3 personas for an online bookstore. First of all, you need to identify a user. Then give some demographic data for that user and give the motivation, that means need of the user. Then you can give the goals, that means fulfilling the motivation, and the technical ability. You need to give those. So quickly do it. I will give you like 10 minutes. And send me the answer to the chat. So quickly send me the answers, students. If you are not sending me the answer, I'm not going to discuss further. So you need to try this. Yes, Akira and Hannah is good. Okay, then you can go through with the other step as well. So in here you can see you need to do this exercise 1 at home and you need to upload your answer to the course web. You have the link in the course web. Okay, so you need to write 3 personas for an online bookstore. Okay, so in the chat also send me some answers like Yashika and Tyagi. Your answer is correct. So likewise, you need to write 3 personas for an online bookstore. Okay. Then let's move to the other part. Step 2, defining user journey. So the user journey is a series of steps. So for a scenario, the series of steps, we call it as user journey. Okay. So in here, you can see the typically user journeys can be used in 2 distinct ways. To map out how a user currently interacts with the product or service, or else to map out how a user could interact with the product or service. Okay, so here we have 2 ways. Okay, and the user journeys can help you to understand how users are going to interact with your system and what they expect from it. So if you see the defining a user journey, the context, the where is the user, what is going on around them. Then the sequence, what are the linear steps of the process to achieve their goals. So the next thing is the functionality. What functionality is required for each of the steps. Then devices and technology. What devices are they using? So likewise here, these are the defining a user journey. So you will learn about these user journeys later. Okay, so here in the example 2, here, this is an example of a user journey. So you can go through with it. Okay, so I will give you an example for the user journey. So let's say Bella. So the next step is here, the land on this site via online advertisement. Okay, so this is the user Bella and this is the first step of her. Okay, so the next one, search books. Then Bella doing the searching part. So the next step, she is going to register and log in for purchase a book. So this is the next step. Register and log in for purchase a book. Then the next step is confirmation of booking. So this is a sample user journey. So here we have series of steps for the Bella. Bella is the user, Bella is the persona. And here we have the series of the steps for a task. Okay, here run example. So for this one, to write the user journeys, we can use these tools. So in here we are using draw.io. So you can go to the draw.io in the Google. Draw.io. And here you can create a new diagram. Let's say a blank diagram. Okay, you can create it. So in here you can type the user journey. You can draw a user journey in the draw.io. Okay, then let's draw it. So you can search shapes in here in the search bar. So here I'm searching user. then it will show like this. So I'm getting this icon for the user. And here I'm typing Bella like this. Okay, so this is the first one. This is the user. So the next one, land on the site via online advertisement. So for that one, I'm going to get the website. So here I'm using this one, the website. Okay, so here, so in here, I'm typing land. Sorry. So here I'm typing land on the website. Let's say by typing the URL. So this is the first step I'm giving. Okay. So let's give a. So land on the website by typing the URL. So Bella are going to get the website by typing the URL. So this is the first step. So you can connect this one with the arrow. So this is the first step. So the next one I'm giving. So Bella are going to register for the system. Register for the site. So let's say register. You can use like this. Here, we are going to register for the site. Okay, we are going to register for the site. You can connect that with the arrow. So the next one, after registering for the site, the Bella are going to search the books. So here, Bella are going to search the books. Search books. So you can combine this with the arrow. So, okay. So the next one, so that means the Bella is going to purchase a book now. So Bella are going to add payment details. So here I'm giving payment details. So let's say I'm giving this visa here. add payment details. This is also connected. So okay, so these are the steps. So let's keep like this. Okay, so the next step, confirmation of purchasing. So Bella are going to confirm the purchase. So that means Bella are going to do the purchasing. So Bella doing the confirmation of purchase. So these are the series of steps for the purchasing a book by Bella. So these are the steps. Okay. So in here, this is the user journey for the purchasing a book. The series steps of purchasing a book. Okay. So here you can, yeah, I'm going to copy this one. So copy the whole thing and paste in here. So you can delete these arrows and this arrow and this as well. I'm going to switch these steps and connecting. So if we change these steps, that means there is another user journey. So in here, Bella are going to search the book, then register for the site. Earlier, Bella register for the site and do the searching part. So here we have two types of user journeys. Okay, so you can do like this. So you can draw user journeys using this draw.io site. Okay, here two different user journeys with series of steps of purchasing a book. Is that clear? The user journey, how to draw a user journey in the draw.io. Is that clear? Speak up. Is that clear, students?
Yes, madam.
Okay. So then we can move to the other part. So you have an exercise, draw user journeys for the personas you identify. So in the exercise 1, you have identified and you need to write 3 personas. And for those 3 personas, you need to draw user journeys as well. That means you need to draw 3 user journeys for those personas. So that is exercise 2. Okay, you need to do these things. Okay. All right. So the next step here, we are going to understand and design the navigation. We're going to understand and design the navigation. So do you know the sections of the web page? What are the sections of the web page? Anyone know the answer? So here in a web page, we have 2 sections. Sections of a web page. Here the first one is the common content. You need to remember these things. The second one, the page specific content. So here in a web page, we have two sections. One is the common content and the other one is the page specific content. So in the common content, we have like this. Maybe we have header, footer, then the navigation, and so the navigation means like the menu. Then maybe we will have the sidebar menu. So likewise, these are the common content. If we see a website, web page, you will see these things: header, footer, navigation, sidebar, likewise. So these are the common content. For all the pages, we have these things. So the second section is page specific content. So if we see a web page, so in the home page and the login page, let's see, if the home page having some sort of content, but the login page doesn't have that content, that means page specific content. But for the both pages have the header, footer, and the navigation as well as the sidebar. So those are the common content, and the other section is the page specific content. So if we see, let's say, go to, yeah, I'm going to clear this one. So let's say Sarasavi Bookshop Online. So if we go to the Sarasavi Bookshop, that means www.sarasavi.lk, then you will see here we have a navigation. Here we have the sidebar, and here the navigation menu bar. We have the menu bar, and here you can see the header. So bottom of it, we have the footer. So for all the pages, so if we go to the Sarasavi publications, you can see this sidebar and the menu as well as the footer doesn't change, only change the content. Okay, so that means we have two sections. One is the common content, the other one is the page specific content. Here we have the header, footer, the navigation. Okay, and here we have the sidebar. So those are the common content, and here we have the page specific content. So these are the page specific content. To pay for a page, there is a different content. So that sort of page specific content. Is that clear? The sections of a web page? Any issues? Here you can see in this site, here we have the navigation panel, and this is the footer. Here we have links. So here we have buttons. So likewise, we have the content in a web page. So these sidebar and the menu bars are common content, and the footer also common content. The other things are page specific content. Okay, is that clear? Is that clear, students?
Yes, madam.
Okay. So then we can move to the exercise 4. Identify the navigators and the navigation flow of your online bookshop. So you can refer this sarasavi.lk and do this exercise as well. Identify the navigators and the navigation flow for your online bookshop. Okay. So here you have the modern layouts. Okay, so these are the modern layouts. So when you refer the internet, you will find these things, modern layouts. Okay. Here, sample websites. Here also you can see we have the menu bar, common content, and these are the page specific content. Okay. All right. So the next thing is design a wireframe of a page. So what is this wireframe? Wireframe. So the wireframe is a visual representation of a user interface, not actual user interface. We are giving a prototype for the user. We're giving a prototype, visual representation, not the exact user interface, but we are giving a sample user interface for the user. So to design a wireframe, we are using online tool called Mockflow. So you can go to the Mockflow and you can draw wireframes. Okay. And here you can see the description. A wireframe is a visual representation of a user interface stripped of any visual design or branding elements. It is used by UX designers to define the hierarchy of items on a screen and communicate what the items on that page should be based on user needs. Okay. And the wireframes are generally created after your initial personas, user journey, and other discovery activities are completed. So the first step is identifying the personas. So the next one is identify the user journeys. Now we are going to do the designing the wireframes. That means we are going to draw a prototype for the user interface. So for that we are using Mockflow. Okay, so you can go to this Mockflow, and here we have an example, the wireframe for a user interface. Here the online task management. This is a sample one. Okay. Yes. Let's do that one. So go to the Mockflow. So sign up for the Mockflow. So I already signed up for that. So go to the wireframe mockflow.com and create a project. So simply you can create project using this. You can give a name, let's say lab 1, and create. So only we can create one design for a particular account. So I already have that account, so I can't create that one. So I already have the project A. So likewise, create a project first. And here, go to this and click on this hand-drawn UI. Then it will show like this. So do that steps. Then I will show you how to draw the wireframe. First go to the Mockflow, then sign up and create a new project and select the hand-drawn hand-drawn UI. So do that steps. So what is your group, student? 8.1, subgroup 1 or 2?
1, madam.
Okay. Okay, first of all, you need to drag this browser frame. Okay, so in here, the browser frame. Then you can rename the site. Let's say ABC Bookshop. So for the change in the font color and the font thickness in here, you can do it. So select the browser frame and here you can change the border color. And also for the font, you can do like that, font color or the font size, you can increase or decrease. Okay, so first of all, this is the browser frame. So the next one, we can add header. For that one, I'm going to use a rectangle. So in here, I'm going to give like this. So this is my head. Okay. So the next thing is I'm going to add a placeholder. That means we are going to add a logo in the header. So I'm going to drag and drop this placeholder for the icon. So the logo icon here, we can put the logo in here. So yeah, I already told you this one is a sample user interface, not the exact one. Here, these are the wireframes. Okay. So this is the logo. Then we can add, here I'm going to add profile picture. So for the user, we can add profile picture in the right corner like this. So in the header. Okay. So the next one, I'm going to add another rectangle for the footer. Here, this is the footer. So in here, I'm going to give some payment details. So for that, I'm going to use special buttons pack. And in there, I'm going to use this payment card element. Okay. So likewise, you can use whatever you want. So here I'm giving a sample wireframe and I'm adding this payment details. Okay. So this is the footer of the site. So for the navigation bar, we can select this navigation pack. So in this navigation pack, in there you can see the menu bar. So you can drag and drop to the side. So here the menu bar. So once you double click on it, you can change the menus. So here I'm giving only home, login, and contact us. So these are the things in the menu bar. So for the selection, you can give an asterisk sign. That means star mark before the menu item. So then it will select it. This one is the selected one. Or else you can give the asterisk mark in here. Then login page will be selected. So likewise, you can change it. So in here, I'm going to give the home. I'm going to select the home page. Okay. So here also, you can change the font color and the font size. Okay. You can change it. Then for the header, you can give the drop down, then the search bar. So likewise, you can add whatever you want in the navigation. Okay, so here I'm adding a drop down. Then let's add a search bar also. So to get the search bar, I'm giving command here, the search box. So these are in the header. You can see the menu bar with the drop down, as well as here we have the search box along with the logo and the user picture. Okay, so this is the header. Then for the content, I'm going to give a side menu bar. So for the side menu bar, you can use the list. So let's see here. You can drag and drop the list in here. So if you need to select a item, you can give a asterisk sign before the item like this. Okay, so this is the list. Here I'm saying this one is the sidebar. Okay, so this is the sidebar. So you can rename this list. So let's say this one is the sidebar. And let's give the asterisk in here. Not in here. Okay. So this is the sidebar. Then the next one is I'm going to add an image. So let's download an image. So the books, let's download an image. Let's see this one. Then in here, you can see in the left side, you have the images. So click on it and upload. So select your image and upload. Then you will see the image in here. Then you can simply drag and drop your image to the page. Okay. So this is the home page. So we can go to the pages and we can rename this page. Here you can see edit name. So you can give a name for the page. So I'm giving home page. So in the website ABC Bookshop, here this is the home page. So likewise, you can give some elements and create the wireframe of the site. Okay, so this is a sample one. So the next one, I'm going to duplicate this page. So here you can see the duplicate page option. So click on it. And here I'm going to rename the page into login page. This is the login page. So in the login page, the header, the sidebar and the footer, the same because those are the common content, only change in the page specific content. So I'm going to delete this one. And let's add an element for the sign. So let's add this one. Here I'm giving iCloud sign. So likewise, you will see some different things. Okay. So here, this is the sign in page, login page of my site, ABC Bookshop. So you can give whatever you want for the page specific content. Here I'm giving only this form. Okay. So this is the login page. So then we have another thing. So this is the home page and this is the login page. So we need to select login in the menu like this. Okay, so this is the home and this is the login. So we can link these things to the pages. So for that, so go to the home page and click on this one. And here you can see the link option. You have this option. Click here to manage links. So click on that one and do this enable linking. And click on this link button and give the home page. So once we click the home word in the menu, it will redirect it to the home page. Then for the login, we are going to direct to the login page. Then for the contact us, we don't have a page. So here I'm going to give the site. So here, let's say www.facebook.com. So once we click on the contact us, it will go to this site, www.facebook.com. So pick link. So these are the links for the home page. Then click on the login page. Again, click on the menu. And here, click here to manage links. Enable linking. Give the home page for the home button. And for the login, give the login page. And for the contact us, go to the web and give www.facebook.com and pick link. Okay. So now we link these menus and let's see this one. So go to review. Okay. Once you click on the review, it will look like this. And you can click on the home, then it will show the home page. If you click on the login, it will show you the login page. If you click on the contact us, here asking to open the link, then we open this Facebook page. Okay, so you can link whatever you want. Here the home page, and here the login page, and this is the contact us. Okay, so that is how we are linking together. Is that clear about the wireframes? Any issues? Speak up. Any issues?
No, ma'am, it's clear.
Okay. So the next thing, you have an exercise. Design the home page of the online bookshop mobile application and draw a wireframe of it using a preferable tool. So you can use the mock flow for that. Here you have an example of a mobile application wireframe. So likewise, you need to create an online bookshop mobile application wireframe. You can use mock flow. And the exercise 6, identify the content which are common for the other pages of the online bookshop and design the template. So you know the common content. What are the common content? The header, footer, the navigation. Those are the common content in the web page. And the other section is the page specific content. Okay. So that the exercise 6. So likewise, you have around exercise, like 6 exercises. So you need to do these things and create a Word document and paste your answers there and upload your answers to the course web. You have the link in the course web, lab sheet 1, you can upload your answer. Okay. So that's all for today's lab session. So do you have any issues? So if you don't have any issues, we can wind up the session. So before that, you need to mark your attendance. I will share the attendance sheet to the chat. So I shared the attendance sheet. So you can mark your attendance. And you can leave the meeting once you mark the attendance. Okay, so fill that form and you can leave. So if you have any issues, you can ask. I will stay another few more minutes. So I think in the course web, you have already the recording, I guess. Here, you have a recording for the lab 1. You can go through with that also. Okay. So that's all. You can leave. Thank you all for the participation today. So before you leave, fill that form. So if you don't have any issues, you can leave. Yes, you all welcome.